Now, these people were appointed by God to stand above the other Israelites to go through the tests of faith, but the valley for the Israelites still remains the same. Not only is these three guys going to physically go into this furnace, they're going to get saved through this furnace, they're going to walk through the furnace, but so is the rest of the Israelites at the same time. Because of their faith, ultimately, they will end up being delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, look at the witnesses, just like you're saying, the witnesses that see this going on, as far as step back from the Chaldeans and the Magi and Nebuchadnezzar, and you just think about the Israelites that are sitting there saying, "Man, our dudes are winning."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like what was the Twitter feed, the X feed and the social media post, when Nebuchadnezzar makes this, statement at the end, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sent his angel, delivered them. Therefore I make the decree, any people, nation, or language that speaks against the God of Shadrach," like, this would be a decree that is immediately dispersed throughout the entire, not just the area, the entire kingdom. They'll be torn limb from limb. Anyone that speaks against it, torn from limb. Their houses laid in ruins. For there is no other God who is able to rescue in this way.
Absolutely.
And it's like, hey, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, because you are forced into a fiery moment, but because you did walk through this, look at the impact for in the people there locally. But Dalton, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, all the Jews in this moment that are like, okay, this rekindles stories of miracles, stories of healings. They're told to rekindle faith because God is no respecter of persons. If he did it in Godwin's life and he did it in Dalton's life, then man, maybe he'll do it in my life when I'm in the middle of my furnace. But even if he doesn't, it builds my faith. It strengthens me. And so for the people there that are in bondage, they're in this moment of like, okay, it won't always be this way. He is the God that still delivers.
It builds strength to think, if God can show up for them, surely he can do it for me. And it builds like character, like, okay, if these guys can walk through it, I can do it too. And even this story here, it puts hope into me in this current day. When we walk through trials, when we walk through fires, we're not alone. If we've trusted on Jesus, we have the Spirit who's walking with us, who sealed us and speaking to us and encouraging us and interceding on our behalf to the Father. Like, isn't it awesome that we can, just like when we get into these fires, like, God, I need some help. I don't. Your answer may be no. Your answer may be I'll show up in a minute. But we trust him regardless of what that answer is in faith, because we see what he did here. Even if that answer may be no, we still have to trust. We still have to know that he is God, the God above all gods, the name above all names. And surely if he can't do it, nobody else can. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, the descriptor of Jesus in the Gospels was that he does all things well.
Yes.
So that means that even when I'm in the middle of my furnace, he's still sovereign, he's in control, and he's doing all things well, even if I don't understand it.